Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Versus Gong Fight, and this was created for the Nintendo Versus Arcade cabinet, and it was created by Kaneko in 1984. And it's a terrible boxing game. This was suggested by YouTube user KO Freaks1, and there is the title screen. But the graphics are terrible, the sound effects are awful, it's just not worth playing. But if you do play, what I would suggest is that you alternate the two buttons, which is jab, and that's incredibly stupid, they just punch each other and fall down. What wussies. But there is a punch, a jab, and a uppercut button. And what I would suggest is that you move towards the opponent and slightly above them, or perhaps slightly below them on the canvas, and alternate the buttons. Jab, uppercut, jab, uppercut. And if you do that, you'll usually beat the opponent pretty easily. There is a damage meter that will start to fill up as you get punched. And if you get yourself into a corner, that can fill up real quickly and you'll find yourself on the canvas. But there is no TKO in the game. You can go down more than 3 times in a round and still be able to get up. Same goes for the opponent. And you are the one in black. But yeah, this has terrible sound effects. And terrible graphics is just not good. Me in the corner when the bell sounds for the end of the round, which is 60 seconds. It looks like my trainer's trying to break my arm. The graphics are so poor. So let's get started. And again, kind of move towards your opponent and above or below them, and alternate the punch, the jab, and uppercut buttons. And you should be able to at least take out a few opponents that way. But if you move away from the opponent after your damage meter is starting to rise, it will start to go back down. Just everything about this game is just awful. If you want to find a good boxing game from this same year, 1984, play Punch-Out. So much better than this crap. But again, each round is just 60 seconds, and it counts from 0 up to 60. And yeah, again, it looks like my trainer's trying to break my arm. It's hard to tell what's going on. But you or the opponent can be saved by the bell. And there I beat him. He gets carried off on a stretcher, I guess. The graphics are so awful. And you get a bonus. The bonus will be higher if you beat him quicker, I believe. Now face another challenger. This guy's a little faster. But just still, keep up the same strategy. Move into and slightly above or below the opponent and alternate the jab and uppercut buttons. That seemed to work pretty well for me. If you move into your opponent with the punches, it seems to cause more damage, or at least that's been my experience. But just keep moving towards and above it or below the opponent, and you should generally get the drop on him far more often than he can you. If you see him start to move as the countdown goes on, then they are probably going to get up in time. And I ran right through the stretcher. They're apparently carrying him on. I can't remember exactly how many opponents there are. There's only like 5 or 6. Breaka? I don't know what they're saying. But yeah, the last opponent is just way too fast for this strategy to work anymore. But yeah, this is probably the worst boxing game I've ever seen. I definitely haven't seen this in arcades before. I would imagine this was probably released in the US. This is also called, I believe, Ring Fighter. But again, this was created by Kaneko on the same... my trainer's breaking my arm again. On the same hardware as SAMURAI NIHON-ICHI, which was also created by Kaneko and licensed to Taito, I believe. Yeah, if you get them against the ropes, then you really got a shot at filling up their damage meter in no time. And now this is the final boxer, and again, this guy is just so friggin' fast, it's not fair at all. See how friggin' fast he is? He's more than likely to get the drop on you. Ouch, down I go. Ah, and again. Yeah, this strategy just does not work. He just gets in front of you too quick. Shit. Finally, I got him down. I don't think wailing on the buttons will matter on how quickly you get up. I think that's just automatic. This game is just so unbelievably terrible. But yeah, stay away from the opponent for a little while if you can, and your damage meter will go back down. I would have lost if the bell didn't save me. Ouch, trainer, that hurts. God, this game sucks. Well, I think that's it for me. Well, I'll put in my initials. It'll be game over. But I will show you what it looks like to beat him. You just start all the fighters over again. Really not worth playing. That is versus Gong Fight by Kaneko in 1984 for the Nintendo versus arcade cabinets. I put in cheats here so that I could beat him with, or fill up his damage meter faster and he wouldn't get up. They carry him off and one player has a victory. And yeah, you start all the opponents over again. Just not a good game. But that was versus Gong Fight by Kaneko in 1984 for the Nintendo versus cabinet. Well, this is Crazy Climb Ready saying thanks for watching versus Gong Fight by Kaneko in 1984 for the Nintendo versus cabinet. And I will catch you later in the future with another video. This was suggested by YouTube user KOFreaks1. See you later, folks. Bye-bye.